Okay, this is a before shot. Just want to give everybody a good look at what everything looks like. Look at how the light reflects. I'm going to zoom in right here. You can see the light reflects pretty nice. This is a 20-year-old granite countertop. And of course, when you get these things new, they're highly polished, but after many years, you can kind of see a little bit of scratching in the polishing, just not quite as nice. And here's our hero. This is what we're going to be testing today. TileLab SurfaceGuard maximum strength sealer. Now this stuff is $50 for half gallon, $90 for whole gallon. But they did have some stuff that they called Sealer Pro for $100 a gallon. But anyway, we'll see how this works. And the plan is to put a little bit of sealer in there, and it'll get soaked into any pores of the granite, and we'll see how it works. But first I'm going to do a little test sample, and we'll make sure that that works first, because if the test sample doesn't go, then we're going to give up on it. Okay, I masked off exactly half my sample piece. This is the cutting board that came with it. I took a slightly damp sponge, wrung all water out I could, and then I put the sealer in here, and I just gently go over it. And it's that easy. You just wipe it on, and according to the directions, if there's any left on here, it's got a nice wet coat. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a nice wet coat. And I'm going to let it stay on there for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to wipe off any remaining. Okay, here we have the treated piece. And as you can plainly tell, the right side was treated and the left side wasn't. Well, actually, I'm being a little facetious. I really can't tell the difference. Let me just zoom in here. Looks exactly the same. You know, when I was looking at it in the sun, it looked just a little bit better on the right side than the left side, but right down the middle is a line. I used a masking tape to make sure it's a great straight line, exactly halfway. And you know, this is such porous stone. I wonder whether the sealer is really making much difference. Excuse me, non-porous stone. It's very solid stone. And the sealer, you know, I may have just wiped it off and not did anything. I was hoping that maybe it would fill in some of the micro cracks. And I don't know. The jury's still on this one. I'm going to do the rest of the countertops. It only takes a few minutes. I mean, it's just what you get a damp sponge and you wipe. That's it. So let's put it on. Okay, all done. It was pretty quick. I wiped it on there, gave it 5 minutes to kind of dry, and then I took a soft paper towel and polished everything, and it actually did polish up. I do notice a bit of a difference. I don't know if you can lower this thing just a little bit. I don't know if you can really tell, but it does look a little shinier. It's definitely got more of a shine. Well, if nothing else, it was a good excuse to clean the counters. So basically, I washed with some very mild green detergent, and then rinsed and rinsed and rinsed to make sure that there wasn't any soap left behind. And let me lower this thing. I'm going to take it off. Get some better views. There we go. There's a nice view with the shine. It really did polish up really nice. There's like when I first put the first layer on, there's a little bit streaky. Then I buffed it and it just polished. Let's see here. Let's see if I can really catch the views there. And so I don't know. Tell you what, you want to really see what this stuff does, wait till you see what it looks like on some slate. Because that's what I really bought it for, is for doing some slate work. And I thought it might look good on the kitchen. I'm going to show you a before and after on some slate, and wait till you see what it does there. Before we go any further, I want to show you what slate tile looks like when I use my old bottle of acrylic sealer. Unfortunately, I bought this like 15 years ago, and you can't buy it anymore, but this has acrylic in it. It's matte sealer, indoor, outdoor, finishing sealer by TileLab. You can't buy it anymore. I don't know if you want acrylic sealer, I don't know what to do. This stuff works so well. I want to just show you what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job this has done. You can kind of see how it has it's a matte finish, but there's no kind of a shine to it. It looks just like stone, but it's sealed, and the grout is sealed, so you don't have to worry about crap getting in the grout. And I just want to show you what a beautiful, beautiful slate tile does. Now I'm going to show you the same tile with this other crap. Okay, I put some masking tape down the middle, and the left side has a sealer. You can kind of see how I've got the SurfaceGuard maximum strength sealer to the left, and then to the right is just a raw tile. And I don't see any difference at all. I mean, I just don't get it. What the hell? Okay, it's a little bit darker. You can kind of see it's just a touch darker. And, you know, I guess I could see using this, okay, to keep the tiles from getting stained when you grout them. So, you know, once you put the tiles down, this is a porous tile. And if you grout it, then the grout kind of soaks in and makes it a little bit dull. And you have to do a lot of wiping with a sponge to clean it up a little bit, or maybe use hydrochloric acid, which I've had to do before. And I could see this as maybe being something to protect the tile, and I could see it maybe soaking into the grout. If you have a nice thick grout line, and you don't want it to get, you know, moldy or stuff getting in there, you put this in the grout line, but it just does nothing. I mean, let me just get to where we can get the sun in here. I think I wasted $50. I am just, you know, compared to that beautiful sealer that I can't buy anymore from TileLab, the acrylic sealer. I just don't know. I'm at a loss. I think I wasted $50. But, you know, they say the first rule is to do no harm. You know, the first rule of medicine supposedly is to do no harm. And at least you don't have to worry about hurting anything with this. It won't harm anything. It won't make any difference at all. Maybe it helps keep a little water out. Maybe it helps keep stuff from sticking on it. Upstairs, my wife is looking at it and I'm looking at it, and it definitely looks shinier upstairs. But that's maybe me just polishing on there. If I'd used an actual polish, it would have been really, really shiny. But of course, that evaporates after a while. Maybe this is maybe a long-term permanent thing that makes it look a little bit shinier, a little bit more buffed. But I don't know, boy, oh boy, it sure doesn't change. It doesn't bring out the color of the slate like that other stuff does or anything. I don't know. I'm giving it a thumbs down. Thumbs down. $50 wasted.